Overall Setting Podcast. Overall Settings. You know you are the leader now. You're taking over with speed now. Overall Settings. Yes, you're on the go. Everybody want to watch your show. You're watching Overall Settings Podcast. Boom, Overall Settings.
I'm feeling this aura. Yeah, that's the deal in this
Live on Overall Settings.
You're the vice and to the world, ambassador to the universe, and we are representing Overall Settings.
Splash the artist, sing a splash. Yeah, man. Overall set.
Your big respects to original Don Roger, Apache Indian in the place. Catch me on Overall Setting.
This is Shinehead. I found out. So here what? As pertain to the overall setting. And for the main devices, you know, say a frostant from where you do the dope straight out. I'm watching the piece and represent the overall setting.
Hey yo, check this out. This is Anthony Cruz live and direct, and I'm here to tell you about the Don't Know Us overall setting scene.
This is Silver Cat, aka Iron Claw, and I will be on the overall podcast setting.
From me see the face and hear the voice, them know say Rasta British, the true leader. I'll be featured live on overall settings podcast.
Bonjour tout le monde. You know it's me, your girl Joe, now representing with the Overall Settings Podcast Show.
Hey, don't forget to this one that I'm here represent the overall setting.
Catch the live on overall. This is Jay Warren, and you can check me out live on overall podcast.
Not gonna make them night. Put me the Salaman and Tigana overall.
We coming, some feeling bad boy a fire every 16. Police man a fire AK-47, but soldier man, them a fire is the love.
Let it go, shawty. Every day I am so thankful. God, life and for that I'm grateful. Move with love, now I feel be hateful. Even when life seems so painful. Today, me gon' throw all stress away. Time is now, no more delay. No more fear, won't be afraid. I'll be brave. So long, me done gone through plenty storms. Times me had no one to call. Still will never see me fall. Only see me standing tall. I'm blessed, God will deal with the rest. Just let it go. Let it go. Yesterday's already gone. Look ahead, no need to go dwell. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Go, 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 go. Let it go. Go, 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 go. Let it go. Go, go. I'm blessed, God will deal with the rest. Just let it go. Go, go. Let it go. Go, go. Let it go. Take a deep breath. Good vibes, no regret. Once you have done your best, be proud of yourself. Strength, no weakness. Work hard for all we get. Energy not hard to forget. Want all, not anything less. This is why today me gon' throw all stress away. Time is now, no more delay. No more fear, won't be afraid. I'll be brave. So long, me done gone through plenty storms. Times me had no one to call. Still will never see me fall. Only see me standing tall. I'm blessed, God will deal with the rest. Just let it go. Let it go. Yesterday's already gone. Look ahead, no need to go dwell. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Go, 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 go. Let it go. Go, 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 go. Let it go. Go, go. I'm blessed, God will deal with the rest. Just let it
Hi, Marcus.
Went to the party tonight.
You know the party's on the weekend.
Why you always running from me? You know how long I want that thing?
My king.
My ting, my ting, my ting, shorty, my ting, a ling, me call him and them want to sing, ready to give me anything, for my ting, a ling, you must see that, my ting, this, my ting, that, my ting.
Walla, there. Walla,
What was that?
you know, see what's going on? PR thing.
PRT.
PR thing.
What she say, my thing?
PR thing is PR thing. All right. Shadi, my thing. Right now, people, when they are with like me said, we didn't want to do the intro yet. You know what I mean? Because whole heap of excitement tonight. You know what I mean? We bring out the big guns. We're rolling out all stuff. So if you're on this live right now, we need you to just share the live. Share the live. Because trust me.
Share.
It's no party like a Trini party. It's no party like a Trini. Brother, I go to one Trini party already and it take me about a half an hour to go to the bar and come back. That's because every angle when me turn, somebody grab me and start whine and dance and them carry me over there. So some people carry me over there. So and by the time I reach back, me only have like one drink left. It's like me thirsty and I win a drop from it. It was crazy.
You know, have to tell them Trini party.
Yeah, exactly.
Trini party.
Exactly.
Mother.
Exactly. So by way of
our Jamaican party nice.
Yeah.
But
Trini party is a marathon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it's a marathon.
What?
Yeah, man. All right. So
nice.
Nice. Right about now. Shardy, fear thing, my thing is my thing. And that's it.
Hi, Marcus.
Went to the party tonight.
You know the party's on the weekend.
Why you always running from me? You know how long I want that thing?
My king.
My ting, my ting, my ting, shorty, my ting, a ling, me call him and them want to sing, ready to give me anything, for my ting, a ling, you must see that, my ting, this, my ting, that, my ting, this, my ting, that, can't be yours, this, my ting, that, my ting, this, my ting, that, my ting, this, my ting, that, you must see that, my ting, this, my ting, that, can't be yours, this, my ting, that, my ting, this, mine. So me go cock it up and back it up and tick tock and bubble up and get your wine where you can't get enough. Look it tight, look it clean, look it buff up and slap it up and jack it up and when I ride like a bike I pull up and make it drop and pick it up and make you feel how it tough. My ting a ling, me call him and them want to sing, ready to give me.
Too bad, dog. Too bad. It's bad. That's too bad.
Hi, Marcus.
Went to the party tonight.
You know the party's on the weekend.
Bad.
Why you always running from me? You know how long I want that thing?
My king.
As I did.
Shorty, what's up?
Hi, Marcus.
Get down.
Truth is in the pudding, man. Look, the video do wonders. First of all, the tune is already nice. It's a dance tune. It's a bop tune. But you see what the ladies do in the video as a DJ, you try to make them do that in the club live. You know what I mean? Because when you're out and you're live with it, you try to make them do the right thing. And that's when the fellas tip you. When you get the girls to do exactly what they seen on the video, they like, man, we love you. Keep it up. Pull it.
Shorty, what's up?
Hi, Marcus.
Went to the party tonight.
You know the party's on the weekend.
Why you always running from me? You know how long I want that thing?
My king.
My ting, my ting, my ting, shorty, my ting, a ling, me call him and them want to sing, ready to give me anything, for my ting, a it open, back it open, tick tock and bubble open. Get your wine where you can't get enough. Look it tight, look it clean, look it both open. Stop it open, jack it open. When I ride like a bike, I pull open. Make it drop and pick it up and make you feel how it tough. My ting-a-ling-a-ling, make all the man them want to sing. Ready to give me anything for my ting-a-ling-a-ling. My ting-a-ling-a-ling, make all the man them want to sing. Ready to give me anything for my ting-a-ling-a-ling. You must be mad. This my thing that no man can claim, cause I my thing that just a whole meal can't call it a snack, cause it my thing, this my thing that me no too chat, no carry feelings, me no give two crap. Bedroom bully me a buku slack. My thing, this my ting-a-ling-a-ling. Make all the man them want to sing. Ready to give me anything for my ting-a-ling-a-ling. My ting-a-ling-a-ling. Make all the man them want to sing. Ready to give me anything for my ting-a-ling-a-ling. So me go cock it open, back it open, tick tock and bubble open. Get your wine where you can't get enough. Look it tight, look it clean, look it both open. Stop it open, jack it open. When I ride like a bike, I pull open. Make it drop and pick it up and make you feel how it tough. You must be mad. My thing, this my thing that. My thing, this my thing that. Can't be yours, it's my thing that. My thing, this my thing that.
Well, just say, he said he like cocoa. He like to suck mango. Jaja.
And both of them on the picture.
Jaja.
He say he like cocoa. He say me look tasty. He like to suck mango. Ain't have none of lately. If he get with me though, he has to eat daily. Keep it on the low low. No, it's
well.
Yeah.
Yo, if you're doing that, your belly full. You know what I'm saying?
You have to eat daily.
You have to eat daily.
He say he like cocoa. He say me look tasty. He like to suck mango. Ain't have none of lately. If he get with me though, he has to eat daily. Keep it on the low low. No, it's but for Mary. I give it he pressure. Raising he pressure. He want the pressure. Raising he pressure. Dinner time, food done cooked so come inside. Open wide, plenty meat I have provide. Seasoning, known to clear up all your skin. All the juice you're drinking in, really good for cleansing in. Tell me how good it tastes. It's the best, no debate. Food all over his face, nothing left on the plate. He say he like cocoa. He say me look tasty. He like to suck mango. Ain't have none of late.
Well, brother. All right. We need to really get that interview you started. We need to get that interview you started. I mean, he said you love cocoa. brother.
I didn't even know. That's you right there, right? We've been talking to you. I'm looking at you on the video, and I really didn't realize that was you.
So
okay, so
what I want to say about the
490-79. We gonna get this out the way right now. Hey, let the world know. Yeah, I'm pressing.
So I mean, without further ado, a very warm. First and foremost, we have to give Get Down a special guest DJ and the host tonight. A very warm overall settings.
We're brother.
Yeah, man, we're brother. You know what I mean?
Brother,
but the lady of the hour right now Well, yeah, we're in our vibe, brother. We're in our vibe right now. So, welcome to the platform, streaming live all the way from the 6th. And from the 6th, you have to talk about Drizzy Drake. You have to talk about your cousin live over there too. You know what I mean? You have to talk about, I mean,
Big up my cousin Dan.
yeah, man. You have what if a big artist come from over there?
Who the man that start out there? I was playing back in the day. Bacardi Slang.
Exactly.
What
You know what I mean?
what was his name? Forgot it. I'm gonna look it up. I know.
Yeah, man. I mean, so you know, we definitely have a host of artists coming out of the 6th. You know what I mean? Drake has basically broke every record to be broken. You know what I mean? They're actually comparing him to
artists from over there.
what heap of them, man?
I can. Are you?
Yeah, man. What heap of them, brother?
No
But
artists from
we're
over there.
talking about this artist right now who, I mean, you can clearly see by the quality of the music. You know what I mean? She give you 3 different style right then and there. You know what I mean? Phenomenal talent. You know what I mean? Taking the place by storm right now. Climbing, making her rounds, you know, climbing the ladders to success. You know what I mean? She was actually a part of a Monarch back in 2017, and she made her mark there. You know what I mean? You know, so obviously, you know, one of the biggest festivals go on right in a Canada there. So what a Caribana. You know what I mean? So you know we're gonna talk to this artist now, but anyway, without further ado, a very warm overall acceptance welcome for Shardy. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, my
He said
friend.
he like Coco. My gosh.
Mad. How are you?
I am great. How are you doing?
I mean,
How's all you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. Appreciate it.
Trust me, it's always great to in the company of talent. You know what I mean? You know, outside of your very infectious smile, you know what I mean? You being a very attractive young lady, like one thing that attracts us unanimously is talent and music. You know what I mean? Music is a universal language. You know, it's what aligned us with each other like many years ago. You know what I mean? I've been an artist, you know, myself still am an artist, and you know, I met Get Down as a phenomenal DJ, a mixologist, you know what I mean? And then, you know, Shart is a man who is instrumental behind, you know, a lot of the people that you probably have heard, you know what I mean, at some time or another from Lady Gaga, you know what I mean? Like he gave a lot of those people, you know, that are being managed by an artist. He was like affiliated with that person like from very early in their career. So, you know, we're all, you know, attached musically. But,
Wonderful.
But being as though we've had to tolerate each other for so long, it's become a brotherhood now, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Family.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, enough about us. I mean, Get Down, you're a guest. You know what I mean? Like we usually have we've been very fortunate to been doing this platform. Last week makes a year.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. And every single artist that's come over here has deserved to be here. And each show is like you're only as good as your last show is what a lot of people say. You know what I mean? And then you invite somebody onto the platform who might not even match up to the person who has all of the accolades, you know what I mean, or the people that we hear every day, you know what I mean, on paper. But when you get the opportunity to sit down and hold a vibe with this person, you're like, whoa, this is what the world has been waiting for. This is what the world needs. So, I mean, based on just a little that you've heard without even knowing this artist, like what's your take on?
Let me take you from the beginning to now. This is my family. He explained all that. And I'm in town. I was DJing a party last night. So, you know, we linked back up. So I said, I'm going to come check you. And I'll come down and check Fico as my peoples. So as soon as I walked through the door, he said, man, you got to play some music. And I just so happened to have my equipment with me. So I'm like, all right, we down. That's how I just went to the truck, got the equipment set up. I'm blind to the fact. I come and check on the show from time to time. That's on the podcast. So I get set up. He's doing his thing. You know, I don't know the format or anything. So he start playing the music before I get to ask, well, how does this run and what's the layout of the show? So we run the music and we're looking at it, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. I wish I had it already so I could be playing it, you know. But that's I'm gonna get it anyway. I know that. But I was just like, okay, I like this. I can run this. Who is it? And we were already talking to you. We was already, chopped it up with you and everything. You know what I mean? We everything good. So I said, hey, this is my man, hey, how you doing? I'm not putting none of it together. And I'm looking at the video like, damn. As soon as we got off the air, I was gonna be like, Fico, how you get her on the show? Who is that? I'm like, because I didn't know what your name was. I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's her name, Short D. And it was like, yeah, that's her. I'm like, okay. When we're done, I'm gonna ask him, give me the music so I can spin it out here and promote it. And then I'm looking in the corner. I'm like, is that her? We were just talking to on the video. I'm like, man, we good. We good. So listen, I love your music off top. First thing I'm looking for is the dance aspect of it. You know what I mean? I listen to all genres and everything. And I'm finding out you're from Toronto, correct?
I'm originally from Trinidad and I'm based in Toronto.
Based in Toronto.
Yeah.
Understandable. I'm trying to make a trip to Trinidad. And I've been planning my trip to Toronto for the last 7 years.
Wow.
For the last 7 years. I went to the one in Montreal, but I've never been to the one in Toronto.
Yeah.
So I've been planning that for 7 years. Been having the hookups and everything. Yeah, I mean, I do Labor Day. I do the carnival. And I know y'all know how to wine. I dated a Trini woman before. A lot of mercy.
We come out whining from the womb.
Yes, from birth. So I understand that aspect, but the music is great off top. Yeah, I mean, I can
thank you.
I can run that off top, and it's one of those tunes where I'm gonna get a question. Who is that? You know what I mean? It's easy to promote. I did promotions for Capitol Records for like 12 years.
Right.
You understand? So I understand the street aspect, street promotion. Sometimes you just play the record. That's what we beg DJs to do as a promoter. Just play the record. Don't put your judgment on it. Let the people decide if they like it.
Thank you.
Don't say nothing. Just play the record. If you get a response, do what the people say. Don't do what you want to do. Do what the people say. That's what a lot of DJs get it mixed up. They think.
Thank you.
But that tune was absolutely fabulous, and the video was the coup de grace.
Thank you.
And I like chocolates.
So Shorty, I mean, it would, to me, with me being an artist, a seasoned artist, it would seem to me that you're seasoned as well. You don't look, as old as I am, you know what I mean? But you clearly have a gift. At what point did you begin to notice this gift, and how did it all begin for you?
I would always say that I kind of discovered music late in the game because, I was very focused with other things in life, like going to school and playing sports. I love soccer, and I was all about soccer. My whole life was soccer. So, it was all about sports and school. And then when I always knew I could write. I loved writing, and I learned how to write in song format and whatnot. But then it wasn't until I went to Trinidad in about 2014 where I was placed in a Calypso tent by Brother Resistance, who is someone who's known within the Caribbean community. And in tent is something that happens one every year, like around the carnival season in Trinidad. And being in tent, you're able to perform with a live band. And me doing that, I was able to grow in talent. I was able to become confident in myself as a performer. And I learned a lot about music and what it takes to be successful and to work hard. So that's where I think it all started. So me growing and learning from Calypso tents. After being in tent for about 3 years, I decided to move away from 10 because I wanted to hit a different type of demographic and I wanted to reach a wider audience. So that year I came out with a song called Twerk It. And that song allowed me to get recognized within Trinidad, and that's how I was able to perform on the Soca Monarch as a guest artist. And from there, I think that's when people started to recognize Shorty, the artist Shorty. But when I really came up with Twerk It, I wasn't sure in what direction I was going in. I just knew I wanted to create music and I wanted to perform. And Twerk It to me was sort of like a fluke. I didn't think I would have ended up on the Soca Monarch from that first song. But, you know, God gave me this gift and opened that door for me, and I was able to do that song on that massive stage.
You know why, though? And because I mean, look at your name. I mean, it's your moniker. Sure D, what a lot of people don't understand is actually sure destined. It's like you're surely destined for.
That's the short form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so
you
know,
were destined for that. You know what I mean? So I mean, at that particular time, it may have been, you know, very surprising. But you know, I equate my experience in music to it's like a child. You know what I mean? So it's like the first time that newborn discovers his hands, and it's like. So that was your way of like discovering, and then you know once you actually got onto that grand stage, it's like you begin to walk now. So it's like, you know, these are things that nobody has to learn that. Like a parent can't teach his child how to walk. It can't teach him how to blink, can't teach him how to breathe. All of these things come naturally, you know what I mean? And a lot of people who are musically inclined, you know, it's a gift. Like you have people who are born to do things and you have people who want to do things. And clearly, based on, you know, how the way you articulate yourself, you know, we can clearly see that your talent is a natural talent.
Pico, I have to jump in real fast. I hear our song, Soca, but it's a different flavor to it. You understand? Was that done, I mean, naturally, or was something that you thought of just differently, or it just came to you natural? Because no, yeah, different, mad, sick. Just like, you know, it's certain reggae music, them put the liquor international night. To me, this is the same thing, but on a soca level.
Yeah.
Mad.
I think what I wanted to do was, especially being an artist and being seen as an artist, I wanted people to not be able to compare me to anyone else. I wanted to stand out, and I wanted to set a whole new sound. You know, I didn't want to copy anything. Like when I'm writing for soca, I don't listen to soca music. When I'm writing in dancehall, I don't listen to any dancehall. I just do what comes and feels good for me. And I think because I was born in Trinidad and grew up in Toronto, which is a melting pot of different cultures and races, I think that allowed me in my music to be so infused with so much different types of sounds. And I do this comfortably without even knowing I'm doing it. So when you hear Shorty, you know it's a Shorty track, because I don't sound like anybody. Well, I don't think I sound like anybody, nor do I think my music style is like anyone else right now.
They sure don't.
Right.
Here, I play soca, Caribbean music, calypso. You know, I know like the different sounds, and you definitely got more so a dance hall bounce to your music. You understand? And I'm stumbling upon a few artists out of Trinidad that, me being a Yankee boy, you know, I'm American. I have to differentiate, you understand? So I'm thinking off the top, they're a dancehall artist, you know, but you coming out of Trinidad. What's the guy? I got him queued up, Boy Adrenaline, which is one of my favorite tunes. And I didn't know he was Trini. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, okay, a dancehall artist, somebody new. But nah, Trini. Finally found out who the guy was. Cardinal Official. Yeah,
Cardinal
from
official.
T Dot.
Yeah,
That's when it was T Dot. It wasn't the six. I'm telling my age. Am I telling my age? It was T Dot.
Cardinal used to say T Dot. Drake made the six the six.
Right. So, yeah, I've
Big
been
up
in this
Drake.
game for a minute.
Dalton too.
Yeah, that's what made me want to go to Toronto. But your sound is trust me, from a DJ standpoint, you're good. I'm gonna tell you what it reminds me of because I get to see the video off top. I was promoting Chingy. Remember when Chingy first
back
came
in the
out?
day.
And we're in the Philadelphia area, and Philly is very stickler on music. And I was pushing that. I like the way you do it right there.
Mhm.
And they couldn't get with it. I was giving them the song, they couldn't get with it. And I'm like, man, trust me, it's a nice tune. But soon as they seen the video, everybody started playing the record. They was, oh yeah. This that's what your video does for. I mean, you don't need the video for your tune because, like I said, didn't know anything about you. I'm listening to the tune. I didn't even know you was connected with us right now. I'm like, oh, I like this. I might have to run it. You know what I mean? So the video is the coup de grace. I'm telling you, it's the ice. It's the sprinkles on the ice cream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's important, like especially for me being independent and trying to get out there, not only musically but visually. It's very important for me to create visuals for my songs. So a lot of the songs I try to create visuals for because I know that it will help the song grow and especially videos are able to be on different types of platforms and it'll allow the song to grow more. So, it's very important. I do think videos help the song a lot. And that's why I make it my duty to do visuals.
That's great. I'm going to move this along as a fan now. Do you have a man? Are you married? And what's your situation? Because they want to know.
He said he like Coco.
He
said my love
people want to know. Okay. What's your status in life?
That's why I giving he pressure. Giving he pressure.
How often do you travel and do shows? And what's your next upcoming show?
As of right now, because of the situation right now, I'm doing shows in Toronto, but I haven't been able to do shows outside of Toronto as yet, and still trying to figure out life as it is, with this whole new pandemic and travel restrictions and all these different things. So, when before the pandemic, I was traveling a lot and I was promoting myself, different states. I would be in Trinidad and different islands promoting myself. So, it's just getting to that place where I am able to freely travel again and with no hassle. And then I'll be ready to take shows outside of Toronto.
When's the last carnival you attended?
The last carnival that happened, which was the Toronto Carnival in 2019.
Did you have your own truck?
I didn't have my own truck, but I was on a truck performing. So I was a part of another situation.
Okay, I think I'm done. I'm gonna think of some more questions. You got it.
So who were some of the earlier influences in your development?
I listened to a lot of reggae, and so I love my Bob Marley, and I love Paris Riley, and I also like soca artists like Bunji Garlin and Fay-Ann Lyons. There's reasonings behind each artist why I like them. So I like Bob for his timeless music, his classics. I like Taurus for like his vocals, for him sounding like the record. I like Bunji for the lyricism that he has in his songs. I like Fay-Ann for like stage presence and commanding a stage as a female artist. So I look up to these types of strong influences within Caribbean music, and that gave me inspiration.
Is there any?
So these artists that you mentioned, is there any artists that you would like to work with, as far as even any of these artists or any other artists you would like to work with?
I would love to work with all of these artists, minus Bob, God rest his soul. But I would love the opportunity to work with people that I look up to, only because I feel like I could learn something more from them. If I know I feel like I could take away something from being around someone or collaborating with someone, those are the types of artists I would love to work with. And then there's other artists like that are doing their thing in dancehall that I think I could create good music with, like Shensia or Jada Kingdom. I did open for Jada Kingdom in Orlando before February of 2020, so before the pandemic hit. I did do a show out there, and I do think that style wise, I would definitely be able to fuse my style with that type of sound as well. So,
is there any one particular artist or any one particular song that you could think back on as early as you can remember that it kind of like channeled that energy? Like for me, it was like Shinehead. The first time I heard Shinehead prior to being an artist, like it made me want to be an artist. So is there any like one thing or one song in particular or one experience in life where it kind of just flipped on that switch inside of you?
I think for me, to be honest, like I think Vybz Kartel for me, like early on, I just think this man's a genius when it comes to lyrical and being able to change cadences and songs and the
First
way
time
he
you heard "Tick Buddy," it just got you. Huh? that was it. That was the kicker.
Definitely it wasn't that song, but just him as the artist himself, I definitely think that he influenced me wanting to be like lyrical in that sense when it comes to music. So in the soca, I'm playful. I'm able to be fun. I'm able to be playful in soca. But you see, when I'm ready to do dancehall, it's like a different type of beast that comes out of me. Yeah.
While we're on that vibe right there, that's what I wanted to ask. When you go out, where do you go? Do you go to a soca spot, a Trini spot, a dancehall spot, or American spot? What type of music do you go out to vibe to?
Well, in Toronto, a lot of the spots, it's not just one particular music they're playing whole night. So whatever event I decide to go, I'm sure I'm gonna hear soca in the juggling. I'm sure I'm gonna hear dancehall. I'm sure I'm gonna hear hip hop in the juggling, and those three genres for sure I'm gonna hear. So whatever spot, whether it's a boat ride, whether it's just a club, a nightclub, it's gonna be a fusion of music.
And I hear all of that in your music. I hear the dancehall, I hear the soca, I hear even the hip hop.
You have to hear the hip hop too.
I hear it in your music, and for that it's a talent that is like none other. So
Thank
that's
you.
why I asked you earlier, was that something that you thought of, or it just came natural?
It just came natural. Because when I take on a rhythm and I listen to it, I just write as whatever comes out is what comes out. So if it comes out the way it comes out with all these different fusions, that is Shorty.
Bro, I mean, it's like, all right. For instance, how many of your producers are actually soca producers, like genuine soca producers?
I think when I do soca, for the most like genuine, just all soca producers, I can't say they're all, because all producers kind of dabble in a little everything, but essentially I have worked with soca producers that the majority of the music that they produce is soca. Right? So liking it, what else? Thunder Juju, Tell Me, certain songs I've done with.
The reason why I asked that question is because, like you said something that was very key, and a lot of artists, true artists, have come over here, past and present, and I mean I'm talking about iconic figures in the business. I even have heard it on other platforms where they say, and you just said it again, the music speaks to you. You know what I'm saying? So a part of the question, that he answered on, and that I can actually elaborate on myself is, when you have a producer that, let's say, primarily produces soca, it's gonna bring out that sound in you that's gonna make you more. You're gonna get the a good amount of it is gonna be you and how you choose to attack the rhythm, but you're gonna have to go down that road because of what you're hearing. You know what I'm saying? But if you get, like, let's say, a producer that is a very outstanding producer and he can emulate a sound of soca, but at the same time it's not necessarily genuine soca. It's like he's just putting all of the elements together. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Jim Beans. I work with one of the most phenomenal, vocal producers in the world, and producers per se. His style of music, it was like reggae based, but we kind of like built off of each other. And what that did was generate a new sound. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I hear that in your
And
music.
I've had situations like that with a producer over here who's generally not a soca producer, but they've created like some elements of soca within the beat, but it came out sounding just different. But it's still good, but you could hear the elements of everything in that song.
Because like, even if you listen like to Kevin Little, which was like it crossed over, because of all of the fusion. It was a fusion of different music that was, it wasn't just primarily like a soca track. It was
Right.
it had crossover appeal to it.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the music that I hear you sing, you know what I mean? And it's because you draw from your environment. You've been living in Toronto for many years, you know what I mean? So you got the lingo, and you listen to a lot of different music, opposed to somebody that is just like, boom, you've been in Trinidad every day of your life, and you know what I mean?
It would definitely not
Right.
sound like authentic soca that they come out with.
So
It
with
would
that-
have my flavor.
With that being said, for you to be removed from Trinidad for as long as you had been, for your career to actually had start within, or your infatuation with music to actually start within Toronto, and then to find yourself on, like, give people a little background as to what the Monarch is, because that's a really big thing in Trinidad, correct?
Yeah, so every year there's a competition, a huge competition, where different soca artists compete for this title of the Soca Monarch, whether it be before they used to break it up, where it was power soca and groovy soca. So power would be the more like jump, get on that, like that kind of vibe. Whereas the groovy, it's more like, he say he like cocoa. He say that would be considered groovy, So this competition happens every year, and people will compete to win the prize and the title of the Soca Monarch winner, as well as money. They give away a car, things like that. So it's a huge event, and it's one of the first events that a lot of artists and patrons would attend for the carnival season. Like, when you attend the Soca Monarch, it's like, okay, carnival start, let me go, So that's the vibe you get with the Soca Monarch. It's televised, and it was before Marshall come and take over, but it was one of the biggest events in Trinidad.
Yeah, so I mean, people like that are listening to this, like, that, for her to find herself, for one, not being there, like, with all, like, she came from another place, even though she was born there, and yes, it's in her blood, but like, that's like a rookie rapper being in a cypher on stage with Jay-Z like the next day.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's the equivalent of that. You know what I mean? Like, and that type of stuff doesn't happen every day. And then another thing is, you being a woman, an unknown woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like people even knew you, and to find yourself in that position it speaks volumes.
It was, like I said, it felt like a fluke, but you know, nothing is gonna happen for me that's not supposed to happen for me, right? So,
Yeah, bro, do you think it's a good time to drop one of her videos? For
Yeah,
the
man,
people
we
them
can,
say,
we can,
yeah,
we,
well,
we
drop
can,
one of her video.
yeah, man, we can do that, man.
Make
We
the
can
people
do that.
them know who we
Yeah,
talking
that,
to.
we gotta tell you who we talking to right
Yeah.
now. I mean,
I want to see that chocolate anyway.
and this way I get that easy and that.
You got a brand new fan. You got a super fan.
Yo, and just on that note, then we're gonna play something named Thunder Juju.
Thunder Juju, my gosh.
Give us a little
Rub my
backstory.
hands on
Give us a
that
little
one.
backstory behind. Give us a little backstory behind Thunder Juju. What is that all about? Please, guys, it sounds that way.
Okay, well, Thunder Juju is actually on a rhythm called the Juju rhythm, and that was produced by a producer in Trinidad named Black Star, and I'm on the rhythm as well as Kerwin Dubois, and Black Star is also on the rhythm, has a song on the rhythm, and everyone has a vibe on the rhythm, and I just thought I'm gonna come on the Juju rhythm because I don't know what Juju is for you, but you know, Juju could be a lot of things, right?
What do you want? What do you want it to mean?
I want to know.
Juju is for
What do you want it to
interpretation. Juju is for the person for their interpretation, but Juju.
Nah. It gotta mean something. It can't mean everything, and I don't want to take it out of context.
Use your imagination.
My son
Thunder
name is Juju, so I don't want his name is Julian. We call him Juju. I don't want to be calling him Juju, and people looking at me like, "Did you just call him? What does it mean in your world?"
Well, Thunder Juju is something that women have.
Okay.
That
alrighty then.
Is it short for juice?
You got these sound effects on that thing.
Run the Thunder Juju. Run it.
Shorty, why yo 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 yo, why yo 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 yo, I go give you thunder, when your breast is bump out, why yo 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 yo. Shorty, why yo 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 yo, why yo 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 yo, I go give you thunder, when your breast is bump out, why yo 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 yo, why yo 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 yo, I go give you thunder, when your breast is bump out. Just give me some room. When I whine my boom 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 boom, make your heart go boom boom boom. You think say small, I'm a little bit, but I know how to whine and jiggle it. Keep your eyes on me when I wiggle it. Keep your eyes on me. I go make you weak, oh, make you feel so sweet, oh, oh yeah, baby, Biko, baby, Biko. When I push it right back. I know you must like that. I know you must like that. Cause I have the must come back. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. I go give you thunder. When your breast is bump out. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. I go give you thunder. When your breast is bump out. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. I go give you thunder. When your breast is bump out. Ooh, make you feel so good. Shorty.
Whoa. Okay, thunder.
Yes, Lord.
Thunder. You don't even put an R on it. It's not even thunder. It's thunder. Thunder Juju. Bad song. I mean,
Thank you.
I'm like, I know, like, I've heard your music.
Hold on. Thunder Juju.
You're gonna
Are
be
you- are
making
you-
me say that to every girl now. You got that thunder, Juju? You ain't got that thunder. How you trying to holler at?
The
you
question,
but-
the question
but-
I was gonna ask is, I mean, you wrote that song for yourself?
I absolutely had He Must Come Back. Yes. What do you mean?
Alrighty then. I mean, now you're about to make Get Down stop calling his son Juju.
Yeah, really. I gotta think of a nickname for him. It's gonna be JJ
But
or
why,
something. I gotta
Daddy?
stop it.
Why can't you call me Juju
No,
anymore?
as a guy, I can't call you Juju no more. No, it's gone awry. Hey, on a serious note, let me ask you this question. You've been in the industry for a number of years now, and the industry can tend to be grimy sometimes. You understand? How have you navigated through the years the underground sliminess of the industry? Because you got a pleasant way about you. You know, you're glowing, you're smiling. It's like life is sweet. But you know, I know behind closed doors, there's always problems. There's always that guy rubbing on your back. Hey, I love you. I can take you here. You know, that slimy side of the business. How have you navigated that in life?
I think I had to burn to learn. You know, I think at the beginning I was a lot more nicer when it comes to dealing with people, whereas Shorty today is more to all about business and get to the point. Let me know what you want and don't waste my time. The thing about being a female, an attractive female in
Right.
this industry,
And chocolate.
right?
The juju.
Right, it's really difficult to be taken seriously at times, especially because it's a male dominated industry. And I've had a lot of situations where, you know, it starts off really good, you communicate with someone, you want it to be about business, and it always takes a left. I mean, 99% of the time it takes a left with a female artist like myself, in the sense of maybe they might say something inappropriate to me, maybe they may try something inappropriate to me, but because of who I am and who I've been throughout this industry, that's why I feel why maybe it has taken me longer to get to where I need to get to, or where I would like myself. Because I am not compromising myself for any reason. So now it's like, yeah, I may still get the one or two comments or whatnot, you know, and there's a lot of flirting and stuff that happens, but you know, the industry is hella grimy. I used to always say I love the music, but I hate the business, just because of the griminess that I've been able to see from my own eyes or been a part of or experienced. So, you know, it had to be a growing lesson for myself. And I think now I'm able to maneuver it more. Maybe I lose opportunities because of how I move now, but I also gain opportunities that is deserving of me being a part of.
Yes. And on that note, keep striving. Don't give up, because you have the talent. You have it, and you see what you have right now is a new generation of the soca where people are weird fun. So trust me. Yeah, turn up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Out of the people that influence you, whether it be you know, in your genre, the genre that you chose, or other genres, have you had the opportunity to meet any of these people or even have a conversation or hold a vibe with them?
I've met soca artists, a few soca artists within the business, being on different events. They may be on one or two events that I'm on at times. And I have been able to meet some soca artists that have been very humble and, you know, would give me advice and give me words of encouragement and seem very down to earth. And then there's the ones that, you know, sometimes they say it's never good to meet your stars because they may disappoint you, right? And then I've had a few of those as well, right? But at the same time, I think that I always say that there's good ones in the business. There's good ones when it comes to DJs. There's good ones when it comes to other artists, other producers. They're not all sleazy. They're not all grimy. So, I love to come across the good ones and build relationships with those. And some of those are the greatest relationships where we know it's about music and, we're not crossing lines and we're just trying to create this art form. And I love to, as much as I did start off in soca, I am doing other genres of music.
Yeah, I was about to say that because I noticed that your travels and your talent has taken you as far as Jamaica.
Yeah, absolutely. And in Jamaica, I was able to be amongst great artists, and I was able to perform at UE in Jamaica and Margaritaville in Jamaica. And I think all those opportunities allowed me to grow as an artist even more. So, and I love doing dancehall, and I love being creative and experimenting when it comes to music. And I hate being put on a box. So even to see myself as soca sensation Shorty, I love it. I love soca, but I also feel like I'm more than just that.
You definitely are.
Have you met Alison Hines?
No, I met her in passing, but not like to stand up and talk. But I did meet her in Alison Hines. No, you can't miss Alison Hines. You can't.
You want to hear a story so you can get my background?
You can't miss Alison. What's the
big
story?
Alison Hines fan, and like I said, I'm the Yankee boy at a bunch, but I do a lot of carnivals. And since my first carnivals came out of DC, I was doing Georgia Avenue when they did the carnival in DC. But I became a big Alison Hines fan, and Juve in New York, the Labor Day parade. She travels with her Beijing, the Barbados truck. All the people from Barbados. I'm the only American flag in the middle of everybody. I'm trying to get to her, right? I'm trying to get to waving my flag. And I finally get next to the truck. I'm like, Alison, I love you. I love you. I love you. But then she finally came to DC to perform. And she brings people up on the stage to wine and have a concert.
Oh my gosh. Where is this going?
All of my friends like, no, he didn't. He let me on stage. I'm going. So I finally get on stage. I get the wine, but I'm losing my mind, right? Yeah. I said, oh my God, I'm next to one of my very big stars that I love. So I got a chance to go backstage, talk to her, but she was work. When I said she was tired, and I understood that, but she still was kind enough to say hi, thank you for being a fan. But she was working. If you ever been to one of her shows, she gives it to you. And she gives it to you. So I understood that. But she was so kind, and I was just so grateful to meet one of my favorite artists. On the
And you met the second one, right?
Well, listen, I see you being big time already, so I'm gonna ask if you got somebody to carry your bags. Have you hired a driver? Let me see. Do you need somebody to shine your jewelry?
Listen, I'm definitely. I feel like I am on my way. It is a lot of hard work, and I mean,
your talent. What you have gonna be there. You say you feel like you're on the way. You're on your way.
Let me tell you something, Shorty. Like I said, I've been at it for more than half my life. You know what I'm saying? By some people's standards, I haven't accomplished anything. You know what I mean? This man can't tell you. My talent has taken me all around the world.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's been to some of those places with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And seeing the reception that I've gotten every single year that I go. You know what I mean? Like we went into places and kicked off doors and the headliner was the headliner, but we became the headliner for that day.
This is my homie, but I gotta step back sometimes. Be like, when we go places, like, oh, here's a star.
Yeah, it's like we get into that whole, it's like we lose ourselves within the music. You know what I mean? So I noticed that you said something when you said it's hard work, but you must almost let the people know that to us it's effortless. If you get what I'm saying. It's hard. Like Michael Jordan, like when we see the finished product and we see Mike go out and put up 40 every night, like we don't know. We see the glory, we don't know the story, if you get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
it's like it's a lot that takes place behind the scenes. It's a lot that doesn't take place that we would probably like to take place. But at the end of the day, that drive for us to continue doing it never leaves us. So therefore it
No.
becomes effortless.
And that's the thing, for me, if I wasn't passionate about what I am doing, I wouldn't continue. Or if I didn't see that it's growing, I would stop, because I'm a person, I don't like to beat a dead horse. You understand? Like, I have to see results in my investments of myself. So it like you said, they see the glory but don't know the story. It's a lot behind the scenes. And as an artist that feel like, I am deserving of having certain opportunities and not being presented opportunities, I just have to continue to have faith and just hope and pray that my time is coming. Because you've been able to travel and go places and do all these things, and I'm still yearning to travel and go places and do and just have the opportunity to get on a stage. Because really, for me, it's about getting the music out there, because I feel like once the music is out there, then people will be able to receive the music very well, like you guys are doing right now. But it's just to have the opportunity. And if people are unwilling to give the opportunity to artists like myself, then it's like it's spinning top in mud. It's like what we call it. So if I'm able to, I have a story. Like, I was put on a tour um earlier on in a Canadian tour, and it was for a Toronto artist out here. And at the first show of that tour, I performed, and the feedback was so amazing that I got canceled for the rest of the tour, because the person, the headliner, thought that this was too much. And that it just shows you, like, some of the unfairness that takes place behind the scenes that no one knows about, and things like that could really down your spirit. But I know I have something, and I know I was blessed with something, and I know that can't be taken from me by no one. So as long as I have strength and I have life, I will continue to produce this music, because I know this is what I love doing.
That should have been the biggest encouragement. I had that happen to me one time also, but a lot of people get discouraged from outshining the star. You understand? And they're like, "Oh, I did something bad. I don't belong in this industry because I overstepped my boundaries." But when if it happens, you take the glass half full, not the glass half empty. I must be something. If this person want to cut my wings off when I'm about to fly, then I must have something. So you don't let nobody hold you down from that. You don't let nobody stop your progress, because even the moon gets its shine from the sun sometimes.
I like that.
You know what I mean? It's gonna come out. You
And
know what I
then
mean?
and then another thing to take into consideration is persistence. And when that persistence, it definitely is stuff that it's music that I've done 12, 13 years ago that I'm just releasing now.
Wow.
And when you have a gift and you're born to do something, it's like if I don't tell people like, yo, I wrote this song 12, 13 years ago, they wouldn't even know. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But like if you listen, if you master the art of doing timeless music, like your music to me, like Get Down said, I hear it, and it doesn't have like a time limit or a time frame on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So as long as you're continuously planting these seeds, eventually it's gonna drop somewhere where it's gonna strike like wildfire. You know what I mean? And I could see that happening because every song that I've heard thus far sounds like something that I've
Bro.
heard already,
Bro.
but still sounds like it's
Bro.
in a class by itself. If
She's
you get what I'm
taking
saying.
this to a new level.
Yeah, man, definitely.
She's taking it to a new level.
Definitely.
That's what I hear. That's what I see. She's taking it to a new level.
Well, sure, D. I have some more deep
Remember, I'ma
questions.
tell you.
On the
Sure,
business
D,
aspect.
new level.
Okay. What record label are you with? Are you
Um,
with the label?
No, I'm not with the label. I'm actually everything that you see, and this is why I when I do get the blessings I do get, it feels so rewarding to me because everything is just me and a few people that's around me that we work hard, but like all the videos you see, those are me investing in myself and me creating those things for myself. So
You did a
no
good
label.
because it's very. I already saw the professionalism in the videos, so I kind of just already thought, okay, she must be with a label.
Yeah, no label.
So if you don't have a label, how are you going about your promotions? Like, I get a lot of music as a DJ from my travels. You understand, and the people that I'm around. I've always been the type. You put me in a new place, I see where it has the crowd jumping there, and I take it back to where I'm from or put it out there. Like I said, I was a record promoter for 12 years. So how do you go about promoting your music? Like how would you get to the end user, like someone like myself that would say, yeah, okay, I got
Well, I do send out my music through different email blasts. I do work with other people for distribution. I work with one RPM for distribution. I also, as of recent, started working with a publicist, Flair, Acclaim PR, to get more out there visually so I can look where I'm doing an interview today with you guys, and you guys never knew of me before. So I'm putting up a website. There's things that I'm doing slowly that's allowing me to get further, and that's how I am promoting myself right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm on your side.
So you said he asked the question about as far as you have your own label or you're doing this yourself.
I'm doing this myself.
Listen, let me tell you something. Start your own label. Do it yourself. I'm gonna tell you. You put me in the mindset of soca music, but in the mindset of like a Sean Paul or a Shaggy, where you couldn't take that soca to that level. You see me? You put me in that mindset.
Crossover.
Yes, that crossover with that soca.
Yes.
So, may I tell you?
I didn't think it was soca. I thought it was dancehall.
Yeah.
So I would have put it in my dancehall set, and
like
that's
I
where you're
said,
going.
It's a mix of soca, dancehall,
Yeah.
up everything. Just
Yeah, there's a little mix. Like Thunder Juju, I would put that. Thunder Juju, we would call that Afro soca because it has the Afro vibes influence with the soca. My thing is dancehall for me. Pressure is soca for me. You know, so there is a fusion of the music, even though, but there is placement for the music where you can put it in your juggling depending on what music you're running at that time, you know, as a DJ. So I don't like DJs just need to be open in playing and breaking new songs. I think DJs are a lot of DJs are afraid, you know, especially right now. Like if you go to a party, they're still playing songs from like before the pandemic hit. They're afraid to play new releases, you know, in soca anyways, because I could go to a party and listen to dancehall and they're playing Crocodile Teeth and all the new dancehall, but then with the soca, it seemed like they kind of stuck, you know. So I don't know what it is.
That's me. I'm guilty, but I'm not the all in DJ. The reason
Yeah.
is because of my age, but I understand what you're saying because.
But artists like myself need that chance to be, because DJs have to be willing to break songs, and I think DJs are afraid to break songs.
And when it comes to you, that's their loss right now. That's their loss right now.
And I heard you also lend your penmanship to like other artists as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I was on the road with Kia Jeffries, who's a writer. She's now a writer, but Kia Jeffries had a song with Akinelli called "Put It in Your Mouth."
Oh, wow.
So I was able to learn a lot during that time, you know, with her and write with her, and I wrote for on the track with a UK artist by the name of Dillis, who's gospel, and you know, I've dabbled in a lot of things, you know, so luckily I am talented not only with performance, but I can write. I can write.
You've been around for a while, though. If you know,
No, I was a young buck when I was with Kia Jeffries. She kind of like took me under her wing, and like I said I took some time off of school, and then I went to New York, and I just was on the road for a little bit, but I came back to go to school. But you know, it was a good experience for me during that time.
What's your creative process like? Like, what type of mindset do you have to be in to create?
I think I write a lot of music while driving. When I'm playing the beat in the car while I'm going somewhere, I'll just freestyle something and try to remember.
I'm just kidding.
What'd you say?
I said, is that safe?
But no, that's what I would do. Like while I'm not physically writing, but in my head, like I'm creating. And then when I stop wherever my destination is, I'll try to put it in my phone quickly before I forget it. And then that's where the process might begin. And then I continue it later on, maybe at a studio or at home. And it just has to be a vibe. I don't force myself to write, you know. I don't say, oh, I have a project, I need to finish it. No, if I don't feel the vibe to write, I'm not writing. It has to come natural. It has to be a natural thing.
So what mindset were you in when you wrote this particular song?
Which one? Which one? Which one?
Me, I feel high like la la la. La la la. Red down my eyes like la la la. La la la. See me, I smile like la la la. La la la. Watch how me shine like la la la. La la la. Nothing that you do can faze me. All they can do is hate me. Me not tolerate disrespect any day. Put some respect on my name, baby. Watch how me just I do. Me, I feel high like la la la. La la la. Red down my eyes like la la la. La la la. See me, I smile like la la la. La la la. Watch how me shine like la la la. La la la. Nothing that you do can faze me. All they can do is hate me. Me not tolerate disrespect any day. Put some respect on my name, baby. Watch how me just I do me with my whole team, and we good over here. Money me a pre-team, no sleep, move low-key, trying to be the next billionaire. Me I aim high, so high, I believe I could fly, and for that me not apologize. So don't try, cause they can't imitate my style. One of me, I mean not tell no lie. Me not beg friend, me not blend, me not pretend. Me a set trend, you comprehend. But see me not defend. You a thief head, can't please. Me, I feel high like la la la. La la la. Red down my eyes like la la la. La la la. See me, I smile like la la la. La la la. Watch how me shine like la la la. La la la. Nothing that you do can faze me. All they can do is hate me. Me not tolerate disrespect any day. Put some respect on my name, baby. Watch how me just I do me with my whole team, and we good over here. Money me a pre-team, no sleep, move low key, trying to be the next billionaire. Me I aim high, so high I believe I could fly, and for that me not apologize. So don't try, cause you can't imitate my style. One of me, I mean not tell no lie. Me not beg friend, me not blend, me not pretend. Me a set trend, you comprehend. But see me not defend. You a thief head, can't please them. Trigger squeeze them, me not need them. Me I feel high like la la la. La la la. Red out my eyes like la la la. La la la. See me I smile like la la la. La la la. Watch how me shine like la la la. La la la. Whenever me smoke it wavy, only thing that calms me lately. All I meditate, how me I elevate. No smart, I me not hesitate. Talk wrong back on my back. Sexy, but them not like that. Say my touch cause me not like chat. Love man, me not like girl. From me broke out and do my thing. Live life like me don't have no care. Anytime I step out with my chocolate skin. Every man just stop and stare. Me go anyway, anytime, any day. No man can make me have no fear. Good in my heart, bad mind don't come near. One mouth to me split that me no share. Me I feel high like la la la. La la la. Red down my eyes like la la la.
La la la. See me, I smile like la la la.
Mad.
Hello.
Hey, how long you been dancing?
Hello.
Hello.
hey, make it a little late. He a little late, so he want to know some things.
This is
Oh,
Mickey,
okay.
Mickey settings. This is Mickey settings.
Mr. If you're married.
I am not married, but I am spoken for.
Spoken not no word. That is Mickey settings. That is like, you ever hear about the Little Rascals where he would be like, yeah, the bad influence.
Okay, all right.
He's one of our team though. We work very hard to bring the platform to where it is, and we've been fortunate enough over the past year to have well over 200 and some odd artists over here. You know what I mean?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Every time we get somebody over here, with this, somebody as talented as you, we're just always enamored, just to have people here like yourself, who could ultimately be anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend that time with us that you can never get back. So we really appreciate the fact that
Appreciate love. Yes.
But I have to ask her about that song, La La La.
La la la.
Oh, that. Oh, listen, I'm right. I'm a true fan. I'm not gonna lie. You made me a true fan. It's really the first I heard your music, and I have the opportunity to be speaking to you right now, which is like him said, we appreciate love. But yes, that new Regina Ahsoka, what she have? Yes, my oak.
How long you been dancing?
My oak.
Well, dance is definitely a part of what I do. So if you see my videos, you always see me with some dancers, and
you not just
I
club dancing.
I peeped that choreographed move that you guys did in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
I was watching it like, yo, that's dope.
Professionally
Do
dance.
that again. Let me see it.
I was peeping at like, yo, like that's really like choreographed. It's not like just people throwing their hands in the air. Like that was well thought out.
It's a package. I want people to know when they think Shorty, you think music, you think entertainment, you think dance.
It's a brand.
It's a brand. It's all part of who I am.
It looked like that car was smoky.
It was full of that lala.
Very cloudy.
Full of it.
up in there.
Full of it. We was catching our heavens for that video. Trust me.
Where you get that concept from, Lala? Where did Lala come about?
Well, I only sing about things I know. I only speak about things I know about. So Lala is. It's because I just be catching the heavens and I just be talking to Malala.
Yes, it's
so
simple,
that's
so catchy.
Yeah, and that song came about. It was easy. I was chilling. I was smoking. I was like, me, I feel high, like la la la. I was like, oh shit, this could be something. It just came so easy, So, and then the lyrics in the song as well, that was a song that I dropped after not dropping music in a while. But I just wanted people to see that I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. And like the lyrics in the song, me na beg friend, me na blend, me na pretend, me a set trend, you comprehend, pussy me na defend. I want them to know that I am that.
Listen. I mean, first and foremost, I want to commend you on every visual that we played on the platform thus far. Because you're talking to an artist that came into the game when visuals were not as accessible then. What I mean? Like a video back then would be tens of thousands of dollars, and then the other challenge would be to actually having a platform to get it on. We didn't have a YouTube, we didn't have none of those things where you had the potential to go viral, or like you literally, it was either BET, MTV, or like a lower level video platform that you could possibly get your thing on, but it wasn't as didn't have as much impact as a YouTube could have. So to see your visuals like so well put together, so choreographed, like the quality of the video looks like it could size up with anything that's out there. Like what you're saying.
He's trying to say you look like you got a couple dollars. That's what he's trying to say. You look like your videos make it look like you're living pretty swell. We want to know how life is. Your makeup on fleek. You got the perfect lipstick on. You don't look bummy at all. What the pockets at?
No, but hold on to the talent and the caliber of music. That's where it's supposed to be. With the caliber and the talent which you have, it's
Preach.
Perfect. That's where it's supposed
Preach.
to be. Brother.
Preach. That's how I feel. I feel like if I want to be taken seriously, I gotta look like I'm somebody to be taken seriously. And that is why my visuals and my music sound the way they do.
Music, man, I tell you, the music talk for itself. Turn up. I am proud to say
I like the way you say.
Sitting here talking to Shore D,
right?
A big mega future star.
You heard what she said
Future
in her song. Put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on it, right?
You are star right now, but you're gonna go to that level.
So do you have a driver? Somebody carry your bag? Go out and buy chewing gum. I do those things.
I need help from you guys. I need you guys to put me in position. I need you guys to get my music out there, and that's why I'm glad to be on this show. So
to be
that's not even a
Puffy
problem for me.
Bentley.
I'll be the bodyguard.
He wants to be Bentley. Hold the umbrella while it's raining and all this.
I'll be the bodyguard.
Listen, I don't forget nothing. That's one thing about me. I don't forget nothing. And if things change in my life, for whatever reason, whatever God has in place for me, trust me, you guys are not going to be forgotten. I don't forget nothing.
And we appreciate that.
All I ask for on behalf of this platform is that when, because I'm not going to say if, when you make it, you know what I mean, and which you're making it right now, but when you're actually there, your name is in lights, and you got all of those writers or whatever, just make sure when you're giving that exclusive interview, whenever it's happening, that Overall Settings is one of the first people.
Overall Settings, Mr.
You know what I mean? when it's groundbreaking news or something like that, when those dudes start coming out of the woodworks and start with the scandals or whatever. I want to be the one that gives the rebuttal. You know what I mean? So we could shut all of that shit down.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Okay.
I lie, Martell. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want to be that person. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
because like I said, every yourself and with the host of other artists we had on here, we don't take any one of you guys for granted because at any given time, when your thing goes skyway, as you grows, the platform grows. Because me and you all know that
Absolutely.
there might be some people right now that's in denial. You know what I mean? There might be some people that love you to pieces, but they don't want to tell you until they see, you know, other people do it. You know what I mean? We want to tell you now, you know what I mean? So that at the end of the day, when you do go on to do great things, you know what I mean? It's like when people get on the internet and start doing them searches for them early interviews and anything that they can find on you, this is going to be something that's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And we just want to be a part of that history. You know what I mean? So anything that we can do to help you get to that next point is that's what this platform is about. And we'll
Thank you. I
Yeah,
really,
hold on,
really love that.
hold on. You say we are fight over
Damn
here already.
Papa and Bluto.
You say we are fight over here already. We are fight over here.
All the thing I want to more give us an overall dub plate.
No, she never got escape from
Well,
it. She wasn't. Hold on. All right.
Olive oil, you ready for this?
Remember just say what me that say. She just say him just say something, right? But in response to what him said, it's already happening because I'm a fan. This man is a fan, which is a DJ, which I go play your music to make people hear you. So just being here is just like, yes, is a step further. Because I will play music. Listen, the new era of soca is here.
Well,
Sure,
let me say
and
something.
this man is a DJ in play.
Piggyback on what he say. I'm not just a DJ, but I promote also, and I could do this on air, off air, but I can tell you now, I work in a lot of states, internationally, whatever. I'm gonna play your music because I like it, and I'm gonna start putting it out there because we already had this interaction. That's how this business works, relationship.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make a pact with you that maybe we can talk 3 months down the line, and we're gonna try to see where your music is then, and if we can get you for a show. That's how you push it forward. You understand?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Get it out there to the people because I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
That's how we work in the record industry. You play the song, then you get feedback. Oh yeah, they love it. Oh man, that's ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the feedback. If they love it and we can build on it, you're already doing it on your end. Then we talk a few months later. All right, it's time to do a show. Come on down
Okay.
to my city. You know what I mean? And when I say my city, it's Philly, Maryland, DC for me. That's my zone. You understand? And we know people nationwide. I still got my LA people. I still got my New York people, but I'll start pushing it to them. You know, it's like a virus. It's got to spread.
Absolutely.
But I'm not somebody that just talk about it. I'll be about it. You know what I mean? And your lovely face, I'm going to want to see again. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put in the work.
Okay, all right.
And that's overall settings. That's what we do. You know what I mean? That's the whole genre of vibes in with you. We don't do interview with reason.
Right.
I guarantee
we'll try uplift each other and build. You see me? Tell her all
the next time we have you for an interview here, overall setting,
it's gonna be
be people outside the door like, let us in, let us in. You know what I mean? We want to talk to him. We want to make a whole production. We like back up, back, yeah, back up. You know what I mean? That's how we going.
I mean, and it's definitely a possibility. You know what I mean? And then, you know, once you come into the tri-state, then we'll have the opportunity of actually having you in studio where
Absolutely, because it's a whole different vibe then, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know what I mean? But we've come to a point in the show that no artist can escape from. And we know that you are, you know, very talented. Are you familiar with the concept of what a dub plate is?
Of course, I know what a dub plate.
I mean, no, trust me. I've asked some seasoned artists, and well, I mean, I normally do dub plate, you know. And some people have even tried and failed. You know what I mean? But if you could give us a live dub plate right now, just saying overall settings, any one of your big songs, them la 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 la. That's just a
Yeah.
that's just a hint. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
just
any one of your
just
big, any one of any one
overall.
of your big songs or any one of your songs that of your choice, just incorporating overall settings into what you're saying. We would appreciate it for a soundbite. Right?
Well, now we definitely have the link, so you could shoot me a text message. You could let me know like what song, or I could just
No,
send
we
you.
need to do it no.
Oh, right now?
Yeah,
You're
right
on the
now,
spot,
right now,
live.
on the spot live.
Oh.
For so you remember you see that video that we started with? Those are excerpts from everybody that's done that in the past.
Okay,
And we
okay.
have like 200 of them.
All right. Okay, so let me do.
DJ get down.
All right.
Like la la la.
You are la la la.
Whatever one you want to do.
Him say thunder, did you? That him
My thing this, my thing that. My thing this, my thing that. Can't be yours, it's my thing that. My thing this, my ting a ling a ling. Overall, make them want fi sing, sing, sing. Make all the gal them want fi ready for give me anything. So me go cock it up and back it up and tick tock and overall and get your wine where you can't get enough for. Nookie tight, nookie clean, nookie buff up and slap it up and jack it up and when I ride on overall little.
Respect.
Always.
Little bit more. Give it a little bit more.
A little bit more. Let me give you something. Let me give you something different.
You're getting greedy.
Let me give you something because
All
I'm
right.
greedy. But I know all you're supporting, so I love you guys for that. My body not the dance like whoa. Some gal coming at the dance like no. Mix up my cess with a little hydro. Me, I'm at them, make them a little loco. Yum, yum, let me give you some. We the best, me not give a care where you from. Say less, me not give a care when you done. When me climax, me not give a care if you come. Overall, tell me what it feel like. Talented, me not really need hype. Me I do me not really need try. Had the flavor, me not really need spice. Hot stepper here free raise pressure. Hot yeah, so me raising temperature. Sick flow and only getting sicker. Face the overall, they don't mess with her. My body not the dance like whoa.
Hold on. I heard you say something. It was that a dig against Spice? Well, I heard you say something. I heard you say something. Was that a little jab?
That wasn't no jab. I just saying I had these flavor.
like
I
you
don't
gonna
need
put
no
this in
spice. So what you mean? Don't try to start them thing over here.
Sound like a little quick jab to the jaw. One of them Tyson lefts. Yeah.
Nah, man, nah.
So tell us where they can find Sure D. I mean, on our social media platforms, where can they find you?
So everything is at Real Shorty. So it's REALSURED. So that's for my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You'll be able to stay updated with me with everything, new music being dropped. I'm very active on Instagram. So, you'll be able to see what's up next, what I have doing, because I am creating merch as well coming up. So I want to be able to branch off and do all these other things and grow my brand ultimately. So everything is at Real Shorty again. So REALSURED. And my YouTube page, you can find all my videos. My YouTube is growing. So I just want people to continue to subscribe and just feel and take in the music.
Exactly. And any words of wisdom out there to upcoming artists like yourself?
The best advice I can give is to don't worry about who is playing you, who is supporting you. If this is what you love, this is what you continue to do. And what is for you will be for you, and no one could take it from you. And hard work pays off.
You heard
That's
that.
it.
You heard it right from Sure D.
Yes.
And tell them what Sure D means again.
Surely destined.
Surely destined. That means what is for you can't be for nobody else. So you hear that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So, Sure D, I mean, it's been a pleasure having you here. You're such a bubbly personality. You're a phenomenal talent. You're a beacon of hope for an industry that is kind of just like leaning one way, because what I think the one thing that we didn't mention here today is a lot of it is political. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you're not talking about a certain thing that's pushing a certain narrative, then nobody's putting the money behind it. You know what I mean? And if you notice, it's just, to me, being an artist, you know what I mean, and no disrespect to Jay-Z or anybody like that, but or even Cartel, but or even a lot of these people that still are running the industry, but we have to take a closer look at ourselves as a younger generation, not putting myself in that equation because I'm actually older, but younger artists need to take a closer look at yourself. If somebody that's 50 pushing 60 is still running this industry,
Absolutely.
you really
I
got to
feel
take a
you.
closer look at yourself, you know what I mean, to find out like, what can I do? I mean, it's too much. There's too many different outlets now, so you can't point the finger at the radio station and be like, ain't nobody playing me, because the average person doesn't even listen to the radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's something that can be done to, move your product in the manner in which you do. Take a page out of Shorty's book, take a page out of a lot of these artists that you see, making big strides. Shorty, trust me, you're doing good. You're all right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, man. You're gonna be
Turn up.
You definitely gonna be you're gonna be a problem. You're already a problem.
So in the future, we need to link on.
Yeah.
And
Well, off air, we'll talk off air.
Yeah, we'll talk off air. But while we on there, I want you to know this: your song is going in my truck tonight. I got the big truck sound in my truck, so I'm headed to the Caribbean party in Philly. That's one of the biggest spots. We got a couple weeks left, and I'm gonna bang it all the way down there.
Make sure you play Pressure, because Pressure once again.
The DJ and say, yo, play this. No.
What you done did tonight? You done made it a problem for all women in there, because I'm coming through with a mission.
Right.
And you get that thunder juju from somebody. Somebody.
All right, Shorty,
Hold on. There's one more thing I want to say to you. Right now, you have just like him say, thunder juju. You need to market that.
Thunder juju.
Market that.
I'll ask for a check later, but I'm on. Don't even
worry
about it.
And there was another song that you sing that I said to myself, I was gonna tell you need to market that also. What was it?
Pressure.
No, not Pressure.
My thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, my thing is fairly new, so that's why the whole promotion is happening right now, because I'm promoting My Ting and Pressure. Those are the newest releases. But Thunder Juju is also not too old, and none of the music you've heard, like you said earlier, like you could hear it in 2 years, it still will sound new, because
it's definitely timeless.
yeah.
Make it your brand.
So
Market them.
out of what's it? My Thing and Pressure. Which one of you want us to end the show with?
I want you to end the show with Pressure, because Pressure will give all your high blood pressure coming off the show.
All right. So give us an outro for that particular song.
This is your girl Shorty, and you don't know this is Pressure.
This is Pressure. All right, Shorty, we're gonna link you on the other side. People, look out for this artist. I'm telling you, yo, trust me, you already seen it right here at Overall Settings, and you already know what's about to go down. Pressure.
Coco, he say me look tasty. He like to suck mango, ain't have none of lately. If he get with me though, he has to eat daily. Keep it on the low low. pressure. He want the pressure. Raising the pressure. Dinner time, food done cooked, so come inside. Open wide, plenty meat I have provide. Seasoning, known to clear up all your skin. All the juice you're drinking in, really good for cleansing in. Tell me how good it tastes. It's the best, no debate. Food all over he feels, nothing left on the plate. He say he like cocoa, he say me look tasty. He like to suck mango, ain't have none of lately. If he get with me though, he have to eat daily. Keep it on the low low, no if but or maybe. I giving he pressure, raising he pressure. He want the pressure, raising he pressure. Take a seat, say he have more room to eat. Is a feast, say my food is really sweet. Adrenaline, my food come like medicine. No stopping, not hesitant. He want give he testament. Tell me how good it is.
Don't play it style again.
Alright. Silly of you to think that you could ever test overall. We will kill you. Silly of you to think that you could ever test the overall. We will kill you. They're just some